Oh, hello. Sorry. Just getting stuff ready here. Hope your day's going well. Otherwise, yes, I'm wearing a winter hat inside, but symbolism, people, symbolism. It is pretty much winter here now, unofficially here in Wisconsin. Um, Looking over at my weather thing I have over here to my right, your left, there. It's 23 degrees right now. 23 degrees currently. Sunny outside. Not too much wind, but then again, I'm not a meteorologist, so I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm just sharing and wanted to wear this because I do like this is one of my favorite hats. I used to have a baseball cap that was Army one, but it broke over the years. I wore it so often because I like it. You know, it's one of the bad things with me where I like something so much, whether it's clothes or toys when I was a kid or otherwise, or toys as an adult, being video games still and otherwise, that I use it or wear it so much that either things wear off, like on shirts, because you wear it to bed sometimes, whatever, or as for a baseball cap, you wear it so often it gets dropped and beds, and our dog gets after it. Though not the dog's fault, it just happens, um, and such like that. But anyways, this is my favorite winter hat, not just because it's U.S. Army, but I don't know, cool. And as you can see, I'm wearing my baseball shirt for the Brewers. Yes, Wisconsin sports, and in the background, as you can see, there's the right there that painting. But anyways, let's talk about what we're supposed to be talking about here. Riverdale coming back. Riverdale continuing. Riverdale being Riverdale. Here, Review and Theory. Welcome to Riverdale Review Dale. Riverdale Review and Theories here. This episode, moving things along, season 3, episode 6. Or no, season 3, episode 5. Sorry. Of Riverdale. So let's just get right into it. We start with Jughead and G&G being next level, leading the Serpents in a game of G&G while Archie and on an attempt to break out of juvie by climbing a fence while the guards watch. And as you would think, it does fail, which lands Archie in hot water with the warden. And as for Jughead, he's in hot water as well, though not as the other one, but being in hot water with Betty, who walks into Dilton's bunker to discover that Jughead's new favorite word is ascend. Betty starts to tell Jughead all about their parents, but the more information Jug gets, the more annoying he gets. Jughead's theory is that they've all been playing this game for a lot longer than they've even known. After all, the Serpents and the Ghoulies are the warring tribes. Their mission to rescue Hot Dog, what if it was a quest? Most importantly, the realm in the game called Galvari, in which in Riverdale, furthermore, Jug thinks the entire game is an analogy of Riverdale. Analog of Riverdale. Hearing all about Jug's mission, though, to become a game master and meet the Gargoyle King, Betty decides to leave her annoying boyfriend to his game in the bunker, but without even trying to slap sense into him. While she tries to figure out which of their parents is to blame for Principal Featherhead's death, her thinking is simple. If they can figure out, maybe, they can figure out who is running this game now as well. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Excuse me. While Betty, oh, dang it. While Betty fills in Reggie, Kevin, and Rosie and gets them to talk to their parents, Archie finds himself strapped to a bed. Apparently, his punishment for leading a failed escape is to be branded because that, seems fair. Why not? Veronica gets word about the failed escape. She puts in a call to her friend. It's her invite to fight night, where apparently the worst security guard in the world works, I guess. Because this is a fight club filled with juvenile delinquents who are currently serving time, and yet Veronica gets 20 minutes alone with Archie in the locker room. But don't worry, guys, it's not like they're going to be smart with their extensive time together. Instead of using the time strategically, teenage boy Archie immediately picks Veronica up and says now is the best time for them to be together. Thankfully, he only takes, I guess, I mean, just come up with a plan out of Juvie, but he could break out of this place. Honestly, if they had to, could have snuck out the back by now based on the security level I was seeing myself, but certainly was a nice moment between those two. Archie tells Veronica that there's a drain under the fighting ring at the bottom of the pool, and for Archie to try and crawl through the drain. When Archie says his next fight is coming up fast, and Veronica decides that's when they'll break him out. So yeah. From Crazy Town to Crazier Town, Jughead is in his trailer when Tony and Cheryl ask for his help. It seems Sweet Pea and Fangs have stolen Cheryl's bow and arrow because they want to train for quests in the real world. But it's Jug's decision when they go off board, and to prove that he's the man in charge. He asks Deadeye, I'm sorry, Cheryl's name is Deadeye. To shoot a can off her head. Of course she doesn't. Of course she doesn't, and it's not even the riskiest thing in that scene, if you ask me. Did you see Cheryl's white jeans? Yes, exactly. But it was still pretty cool. Jughead then tells Sweet Pea it's his turn, and when he doesn't want to risk it, Jug is all, I'm Game Master, don't defy me again. And I wish Cheryl had hit you with. Alright, yeah, but Epi tries to talk some sense into his son, but when Jug makes it known that Alice told Betty all about the club, FP doesn't have much ground to stand on. And as for the other parents, Reggie's father apparently punches his son in the face when he asks about the game. Suddenly, I'm wondering why there isn't more backstory for Reggie. Now, just accepting his abuse and moving on. And Kevin and Dosie's parents lied to their kids before by announcing their engagement. If you ask me, they are smart to lock whether real, but that's what we most think so. Who knows? But some do care. That's sorry. Thing here. So either way, very, very interesting episode. It's just fun overall. I mean, can't go wrong with the RG Escape and all that other jams. Like, I got a lot of videos today, let alone this week. Catching up. And here's Betty figuring out what to do next with her investigation. The entire thing gets put on pause. Veronica needs everyone's help breaking Archie out of Juvie. Betty tries to get Jughead involved, but when he starts talking about how it's perfect addition to the next quest and that he's planning, she leaves him and the other serpents in the bunker. As for Archie, he's having his last dinner with the warden, who informs him that his next fight will be his last. Knowing that, Archie decides to try to get some answers, and apparently the warden is totes fine giving them. Archie asks how Hiram framed him for murder, and the warden informs him that Hiram paid each of Cassidy Bulbuck's friends $2,000 to lie under oath and say they saw Archie pull the trigger. As for those friends, they're now in hiding. With one last question, Archie asks the warden if Hiram owns him as well. But the warden claims my soul belongs to no mere mortal. The warden believes that the judgment of men is the job of who he resides the kingdom alone. Our first hint that the warden could very well be playing G&G and talking about the Gargoyle King himself. Now we know who the true king of the world is, indeed. Vote above. And here's where things get interesting. As Jughead and the Serpents play a game of G&G about rescuing a paladin, his voiceover perfectly matches Veronica and company's rescue mission of Archie. So could everyone be playing G&G without realizing it? I mean, who knows? But as for the rescue mission, it gets off to a bumpy start. Who does what the warden tells him to do in order to ascend which is kiss Archie and then stab him. By the time Archie walks into his final fight, he's wounded, and that's when he realizes he's going to be fighting Mad Dog. So there you go. While Archie fights Mad Dog, Veronica comes face to face with her own father, with her father, on the way to execute a plan. But it's nothing the stomp aura of a silhouette can't solve. She, Josie, and Reggie all get into place before dropping soda cans that are homemade gas bombs. Because sure, why not? I believe that those kids know how to do that into a pool. With the distraction set, Mad Dog promises to hold off the guards and while Archie goes for the drain. At the other end of the drain, Kevin finds him in the woods. So there's a sending me escaping. Kevin goes after him, leaving Becky to unlock the grate and help Archie out. Thank goodness Archie's tattoo proves that he's one Archie antibiotic. Otherwise, I'd be really worried about let's try to just go into his wound. Kevin, unable to track down, returns for the final part of the plan. Betty and Kevin, posing Archie, lead the cops on a motorcycle chase through the woods, thereby giving Veronica, Reggie, Josie enough time to get Archie to Dilton's bunker, where Tony patches him up. There, Veronica makes everyone in the bunker swear to keep the secret of the bunker's location and the breakout that just happened. Suddenly, they're all their parents. The only problem, do they think Archie is just going to live in the bunker forever? Usually, when someone breaks out of prison, they have to go on the run, or at the very least make it to another country. This is, shockingly, a terrible plan. See how it all goes moving forward. Veronica has to return home, but Jughead and Betty agreed to sit with Archie and keep watch while he sleeps. They briefly discussed the fact that they weren't called Archie, the Red Paladin, and branded Archie with this runic symbol from the game before Betty tells Jug to go home and get some rest. Excuse me. As for the warden, he's in his office holding two cards. One that says Red Paladin and another that says Killer Red Paladin. Clearly he failed the second card. Or Killer Red Paladin. Clearly he failed the second card. So I put some cyanide into a blue drink and takes his own life. Then there's Reggie, Kevin, and Josie who decide to start playing the game too. And finally there's Jug who spots the Gargoyle King in the woods on his way home. And then he kneels. I would say though that although I find Jug and just about everyone who's playing this game to be annoying in their own way, it is interesting, and I'm kind of into the idea that Riverdale is nothing. Like not a huge game of GG, and if we were to find out that everything has happened in this town has been the work of some creepy creature, that actually would be interesting in its own right to me. Also, very fascinating. Because hey, that'd just be interesting, just like to have that be the way we have things keep going on here for Riverdale. I don't know, maybe. I certainly want to see that as an issue. But reason to think that if that's the case, then what was the point overall for the situations and reason for the show? I mean, we had the Red Hood. Now we have a Gargoyle King, which seems like two separate bad guys, villains of the show continuously for the show. But I don't know. It's certainly interesting, isn't it? I definitely think so. I certainly wonder how everything will be going on and moving on in regards to Riverdale. Just saying. So it will be interesting to see how things are moving forward. And hopefully, things will get resolved. Who do we think the Gargoyle King is? A part of the theories and part of it. Who knows if it's an actual one purple or just a separate entity within its own thing, as in within this Riverdale universe. Feeling unsure. crank down. But either way, we'll certainly see how it all goes down. Like I said, I have a lot of videos to do today. This for the end of this week. We have the NFL game tonight. Packers against the Seahawks. So that'll be kind of cool. Yeah, you will laugh because hey, Riverdale, keep on going on, keep on moving on, and certainly got interesting to see how exactly that does take place. But anyways, I want to thank all of you that watched this video, watching the other ones. Welcome to leave a like, share a comment, share what you think. And hopefully your day goes about and it goes great. Enjoy the rest of that day, of your day, within your area, and above all else, as always, take care.